Hi there. Can we come in?
Which way to the Chinese theater?
Woo! On to romance and adventure.
Right over there. Hey, where's Mickey Mouse? Hey, come on, you rats. It's like Vist in Family.
Oh, Piggy, it'll be wonderful. You'll see. Oh, but it'll be wonderful. You'll hear.
Come on, Fuzzy. Let's get something to eat.
One of the most iconic locations at Disney's Hollywood Studios has to be the Chinese Theater. Not only is it an incredible recreation of Grauman's theater in Hollywood, it's also been home to two separate attractions over the past 35 years. The Great Movie Ride, as well as Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. While you are waiting in line to experience the attraction, be sure to check out all the handprints on the ground.
Now, I'd like to invite all you dreamers to go down to the Chinese Theater. Why there you can put your names and footprints in the cement.
Dozens of celebrities have dipped their hands in wet cement so that guests may experience them at the park.
That's right. And my favorite has to be Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog. Right below me, you'll see the handprints of Jim Henson, Kermit the Frog. They put in here right outside of Disney's version of the Chinese Theater. Been here since 1989.
In this video, we'll explore Jim Henson's impact on Disney World and reflect on some of our favorite theme park experiences.
If that sounds like fun, do us a favor and click that like button and consider subscribing to Retro Spectrum so you don't miss a single episode of Details.
In the late 80s, Disney CEO Michael Eisner was looking to revive a classic television series. The Magical World of Disney invited viewers to revisit their favorite Walt Disney films, experience brand new TV specials, and explore Disney theme parks and resorts. This was also a great opportunity to show off Disney's catalog of characters, new and old alike.
Welcome, everyone. I'm in the lobby of the Grand Floridian Beach Resort at Walt Disney World. It's the perfect place to have tea with Fozzie Bear and his mother.
4 lumps or 5?
Oh, none for me, thank you.
I'll take 6.
Would you care for some honey?
No, thank you, darling.
Waka waka.
At the time, Michael Eisner and puppeteering genius Jim Henson had been discussing the possibility of the Walt Disney Company incorporating some of Jim Henson's incredible creations.
The idea of joining our characters with these guys is such a big thrill for me.
The Muppets must have heard about the rumors because they wound up traveling to Walt Disney World in 1990.
They're here.
The Muppets at Walt Disney World aired on Disney's TV anthology series and followed Kermit and his entourage on their first trip to the Magic Kingdom, EPCOT Center, and Disney World's newest theme park, Disney MGM Studios.
The Muppets must have liked the Florida sun because they've stuck around ever since. I'm sure most of you are familiar with MuppetVision 3D. It was one of the final projects Jim Henson worked on and was a quintessential attraction at Disney Studios for decades.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an unexpected surprise. I have the great honor of introducing the one, the only, Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Hello, hi there. Welcome to my park. How you doing? Hello.
Whoa.
What?
You are not Mickey Mouse, you are a rat.
Rat schmat. Besides, they're tourists. What do they know?
There were a number of additional attractions at Disney's MGM Studios that were inspired by Jim Henson, like Here Comes the Muppets in 1990 and the Muppets on Location in 91. Both shows featured full-size characters, if you can believe it, rather than the puppet actors we were all used to.
Thank you.
Jim Henson's footprint on Disney MGM Studios didn't end with the Muppets and lasted several decades after his passing.
Like Walt Disney, Jim Henson created a group of characters and an ethic that will live on.
Honey, I'm home.
If you were a kid in the 90s, you may have stumbled across Jim Henson's Dinosaurs. It was one of the strangest sitcoms at the time and took us back millions of years to the age of the Thunder Lizards. Turns out archaeologists like Dr. Alan Grant got a few things wrong, like most dinosaurs survived by working a 9-to-5 job. The Sinclair family were a group of suburban dinos living during the Cenozoic era. The show stars Earl Sinclair, his wife Fran, eldest son Robbie, daughter Charlene, and the youngest child appropriately named Baby Sinclair. Most people will remember the prehistoric toddler thanks to all his iconic catchphrases.
Hi, I'm the baby, brand new, just out. Gotta love me, come on, gotta love me.
What are you doing in my chair?
Number 1. And 2.
You know what? Keep the chair. My gift to you.
Thanks, Mike.
Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
Not the mama.
Dinosaurs ran from 1991 to 1994 and was popular enough to inspire toys.
Collect the entire Sinclair family. Earl, Frank.
And the baby.
Robbie, Charlene.
And the baby.
Yes, and the baby too. Even Big B Richfield.
Trading cards, and walk-around characters at Walt Disney World. That's right, Gertie's Ice Cream of Extinction wasn't the only dino you'd encounter in Disney MGM Studios. The Sinclair family would travel down Hollywood Boulevard all the way down to the Chinese Theater. Dinosaur Live started in 1991 and would stick around for almost a year. The Sinclairs would even perform Walk the Dinosaur for park-goers, accompanied by a group of cavewoman chorus girls.
Oh, hey, look. Make Pangea great again.
Take a look at this. All our current economic troubles are traceable to one source. They've been coming over here for years from the other side of the swamp.
I understand you favor heavy taxation for the poor and no taxes at all for the rich.
That's right, I call it my trickle-down theory. See, rich folks tend to live in big houses on the tops of hills. And so if we give them all the money, some of it's bound to slip out of their pockets and roll down to where the poor folks are.
I see.
Anyways, since you're such a big fan of Baby Sinclair, why don't we switch gears to something a bit more age-appropriate? Playhouse Disney featured shows like PB&J Otter, Roly-Poly-Oly, and of course, The Bear in the Big Blue House. The Jim Henson Company was responsible for the program featuring the big lovable bear and all his friends. The show was popular enough to join the Muppets at Disney's MGM Studios in 1999. Bear in the Big Blue House live on stage was located in the animation courtyard, just a few steps away from Voyage of the Little Mermaid. The show entertained tiny park attendees by performing some of Bear's greatest hits. Finally, Big Al and the rest of the Country Bears had some real competition. Now, while the Bear in the Big Blue House attraction ended in 2001, Disney's interest in the intellectual property continued, and the company purchased Bear in the Big Blue House along with the Muppets in 2004.
Disney MGM Studios was responsible for some incredible parades over the years, but my favorite was definitely Disney Stars and Motor Cars Parade. Several themed vehicles traveled down Hollywood Boulevard, greeting park attendees along the way. I can remember cars for Toy Story, Snow White, and Monsters Incorporated. But one of the best vehicles belonged to Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. This car gave off some real MuppetVision 3D vibes, with a giant balloon floating above the car and Sweetums walking alongside. This parade was so very popular, it stuck around until 2008. And as far as I remember, the Muppets were there the entire time.
It's really a delightful place, you know? Actually, you don't know, do you?
That same year, you could visit a completely different park at Walt Disney World and experience yet another Muppet vehicle. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and his assistant Beaker entertained and educated guests at EPCOT with Muppet Mobile Labs. This one-of-a-kind vehicle was equipped with flashing lights, confetti cannons, and even a built-in gorilla detector.
Is everyone enjoying their day so far? Oh, wonderful. Allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, and up there pedaling his little heart out is my loyal assistant, Beaker. Yes.
Seeing two of our favorite Muppets interact with guests under the circular shadow of Spaceship Earth was such an incredible treat. I only wish that the experience could have been a permanent part of the experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
All right, Beaker, prepare the chicken launcher. Bunsen to Priscilla, are you ready? Over. Oh, well, of course we're using Priscilla, Beaker. She's a test chicken. Oh, yes, of course it's safe, Beaky. After all, I invented it. We will now begin our countdown for this historic launch. When we reach 0, everyone look upward, wave, and shout, Bon voyage, Priscilla! Get ready, everyone. The headlines will read, that's one small step for poultry, one giant leap for mankind. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Say it with me, folks. Bon voyage, Priscilla!
Muppet Mobile Labs traveled to Hong Kong Disneyland in February of 2008, but returned to EPCOT for a brief encore performance in 2016.
Oh, now to find my friends and get back to the swamp. I'll start with Fozzie.
How soon can you get film developed around here, he says. And I say to him, someday your prince will come. Get it? Prince film? That's what we call a Disney joke.
No, that's what we call a dismal joke.
2016 also saw the premiere of Great Moments in American History, starring the Muppets. This time, Kermit and his friends took over Liberty Square in the Magic Kingdom, just a few steps away from the Hall of Presidents.
Gather round! Gather round! Come closer, all ye people, gather round and listen well. I've got a satchel full of history's greatest tales to tell. Your hair will stand on end with all the history and such.
Unless, of course, you're bald like me, in which case, not so much.
Hey, Sam! It's Sam Eagle, everybody! Well, tell us, Sam, what great American story are we sharing today?
Today we shall salute the Declaration of Independence!
Ah, a great story indeed. The people of the colonies, they said, let freedom ring, declared their independence.
Then they overthrew the king.
There were battles, there was violence, there were spies and traitors too.
But we won't speak about all that. This is wholesome through and through.
Right, let's bring out some friends to help us. Hey there, that's your cue.
Welcome! Hiya!
Great moments in history. Ra-la-la-la-la. Great moments in history.
And this one features more!
And here's what you will take away in all your minds and hearts. Great moments in history. Great moments in history, but just the American Muppets.
If you're a fan of the Muppets, it'll probably come as no surprise to learn that Sam Eagle was the real star of this production. Guests could enjoy two separate stories, one highlighting the creation of the Declaration of Independence, and the other describing the midnight ride of Paul Revere. There were lots of jokes and songs. It was incredibly entertaining.
Well, you can't just write yourself into the play. That's not how it works.
Oh, okay. Then let's see how this works.
What?
Well, I'd say that song was a hit.
Good thing the lanterns lightened his fall.
Ah, good one.
Get out of here.
I'm going.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
The final show was performed in February of 2020, just a month before all the COVID lockdowns went into place. I'm glad we were able to enjoy the final show, even though it was a pretty wet day.
There's just a little bit of rain here right before they started. Hopefully we still get the last showing. I think they'll do it.
Heary, heary, I am James Jefferson, the town crier of Liberty Square, but my friends call me JJ. Gather round, gather round. Great moments in history, the 4th day of July. Great moments in history, we sent King George to high. And here's what you will think in all your minds and hearts. Great moments in history, great moments in history, great moments in history.
But only the American.
Great moments in history with just the American parts.
After the final show at Liberty Square, Sam Eagle packed up his belongings and relocated to the American Adventure over at EPCOT. Next time you visit the park, you can enjoy Sam's Centennial Cook-Off, a salute to all cook-offs, but mostly barbecue. The Regal Eagle Smokehouse is themed around a barbecue competition at the 1876 Centennial Exposition. It's a fun quick service option where you can snag a beef brisket sandwich and wander around looking at pictures of your favorite Muppets.
I went with the brisket sandwich. The hardest part is going to be deciding which barbecue sauce is the best on the sandwich. It's good though.
But if barbecue is not your thing, it's worth noting that Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and his assistant Beaker returned to Epcot once more for the 2023 International Food and Wine Festival.
Greetings. It is I, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, and this is my trusted assistant Beaker.
Me.
And we are delighted to be joining the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival as your taste testers in residence, where we'll be testing the tastes of tomorrow. Today.
Ooh, me.
We'll see you there.
Park attendees could visit Brew-Wing Labs in order to grab a pickle milkshake and an order of peanut butter and jelly chicken wings.
Bon appetit. Oh, Piggy, you're looking much better.
Now, if you are visiting during Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival, you may recognize two of the most popular Muppets ever.
Here we've got my favorites, Miss Piggy and Kermit.
A horticulture Kermit and Miss Piggy prove that being green ain't all that bad.
All right, for this final segment, let's return to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Fans of John Denver and the Muppets and the Muppets Christmas Carol were excited to learn that the Muppets were a big part of their holiday celebration. The Swedish chef decorates the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in order to make the frightening attraction feel a bit more festive. The chaos that ensues causes the tower to become a giant gingerbread house covered in icing and adorned with peppermints.
Hi there, Michael.
Kermit, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure to be here, too. And, you know, on behalf of all the Muppets, we'd like to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas.
And if that weren't enough Yuletide festivities, Muppet fanatics can also check out Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. Kermit and Miss Piggy star in a one-of-a-kind stage show titled Disney's Holidays in Hollywood. It almost feels like one of those classic Christmas TV specials with a lot of musical numbers.
It's crazy to think that Jim Henson's signature style of puppetry has been home at Walt Disney World for the past 35 years. It's nice to know that even after MuppetVision 3D closes in 2025, there are still plans to utilize the Muppets in future projects. Here's hoping we see even more opportunities for Kermit, Fozzie, Gonzo, and even Sam Eagle to entertain guests at the Walt Disney World Resort in the future.
Hey, where's Miss Piggy? I hadn't seen her in the longest time.
I know.
Well, we left her at the Chinese theater. She was still standing in the wet cement, signing autographs and posing for pictures.
Oh no! Everybody back to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Emmy Lou, find us some pickaxes.
Come on,
guys, let's go. We'll save you.
Now, before we go, we'd like to hear from you. Did you experience any of the attractions we discussed today? And how do you feel about MuppetVision 3D closing at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Let us know in the comments section below. Oh, and do us a huge favor and click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Retro Spectrum so you don't miss a single episode of Details.